Hello everyone, and now welcome to a 2v2 matchup here on Brad Creek. Valdis and SoKeR going up against Atheist and FpXy, as it is, well, human and night elf versus human and orc. No undead here this time around, as things are getting underway. Farsi are going to be coming in from the teal orc team, and also an archmage. So battle the brains coming in from one side. Meanwhile, Valdis opening up with an archmage here. Is going to be Keeper of the Grove. Yes, it is 4 intelligence-based heroes leading the way here in this 2v2 matchup. Should be a great game. Going to go ahead and head to that 2-minute mark as things get underway. All right, wait for it. There we are, 2-minute mark already, as we see, well, no Ancient of War. All right, Hunter's Hall, Ancient of War. So it looks as though Huntresses are in store coming in from the Night Elf player SoKeR. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Archmage and Footman making their way out as well. Going to be calling in a couple of militia, and we're going to get in some damage, perhaps trying to get some damage onto that Null Warden first so it absorbs a Purge before dropping a Water Elemental, as that Purge would easily take down that Water Elemental right there. Coming back around, we're looking at an expansion attempt coming in from Valdis as well. So Valdis going to go ahead and drop in some water elementals, trying to absorb some of that damage. Headhunter joining in on the battle, and it looks as though who's going to be taking the expansion? That is the question, as a potion of greater healing is dropped. Off to the side here, Farseer with Spirit Wolves, no Headhunters, trying to get in a bit of damage. However, the Keeper of the Grove is fighting in between two Moonwells and doing quite a good job here, as the Farseer now tries to rack up a little bit of damage. All right, Wisp are going to be jumping in and outside of that entangled gold mine there, as more and more experience coming back across. Farseer trying to rack up damage, and there goes another Spirit Wolf getting taken down, giving a little bit of experience to that Keeper of the Grove. Coming back down, we are looking at an expansion with a tower being set up. So both sides, the human player is looking to fast expand. The colors are reversed. Oh, the colors are reversed. Why are the colors reversed? That is just going to confuse me even more. Is there anything I can really do to fix that? No, that doesn't help. All right, that doesn't help. All right, so the colors are... No. Yeah, the colors are reversed. Nothing I can do about that. All right, so Valdis is red, SoKeR is the Night Elf, Atheist, and FpXy. All right, things just... Well, maybe Microsoft can build a better interface for casting. Anyways, coming back around, Scout Tower going to go ahead and try to be repaired here. Footman trying to put in a lot of pressure, a lot of gold being lost here, as the Footman now quickly shift targets back over to the Peasants here. All right, a little bit of damage being added back up. It looks as though another Peasant going to get taken down. Meanwhile, off to the north here, Farseer and trying to stop some of this harassment, or stop this expansion from being able to get back up, as the Scout Tower down to 50 some odd hit points, could end up getting taken down. 1 or 2 more shots should do it, and it will end up getting taken down. Back across off to the north here, a lot of water elementals trying to fight back and fight against each other here. 2 water elementals for red, 1 water elemental for teal, as Salix is doing a great job cleaning things up. Salix being Atheist in this instance here, as he is trying to, well, defend his expansion, or his main base. Archmage now making its way back off to the north. All right, colors being reversed, throwing me off my game, and, well, children just not waking up even when they're supposed to. Keeping an ear out for my children, making sure that they are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Headhunters now going to be going up against these Huntresses. Farseer looking to just stop a lot of this mining here, and anytime you're able to take down more of these peasants, that is gold lost, time lost, and experience gained for that Farseer. Huntresses are now trying to dive on in here. Huntress now trying to retreat back. The Huntresses do have a little bit of range on their attack there, as they're trying to dive on into these lower hit point Headhunters. Headhunter down to 93 hit points. A scroll of Town Portal now quickly being used, and now the Farseer may be forced to try and head back on out, as the Archmage shows up to the party. All right, quick death of a Footman there. Chain Lightning bouncing around, Scroll of Town Portal. A tactical retreat is needed. Headhunter trying to get away, unable to do that, as one Headhunter does fall. All right, dual Headhunters getting trained up in pairs, now retreating back. This is a dual racks Great Hall strategy, but I do not know how well that strategy is going to work. At some point, those headhunters just have too low hit points. You need to upgrade them to Berserker, but at the same time, in a 2v2 matchup, trying to get to tier 3, often there isn't the opportunity to do it easily, as it opens you up for some sort of timing attack. Farseer now making its way off to the north here. We are looking at the Archmage. Ogre Mauler trying to engage this Water Elemental. Well, this Water Elemental should not have been the one tanking the damage. It should have been this one. A near full Water Elemental melting into a giant puddle. Robe of Magi picked up by the Archmage. Quite a bit of extra bonus damage, as Salix and FpXy doing a great job clearing up and getting experience in the middle portion of the map here. Coming back around, Rogue Wizard will get taken down. Tome of Intelligence +2, even more damage for that level 2 Farseer, as this is a very, very large ranged army ready to poke down some of those units. Tech to tier 2 has finally begun for the Teal Human. Meanwhile, Valdis off to the north, already nearing completion there, and we will be seeing more heroes coming in from the north side, as the Tree of Life is now a little bit further along, and also teching the tier 2 down here at the Great Hall. All right, a lot of action coming back and forth. Archmage could be caught in a little bit of trouble here. Is going to be able to get back out. Quickly picks up a Goblin Zeppelin in order to get away. Footmen are here as well. A quick entangle onto a low hit point Footmen here, as the Footmen do have defend, but they're defending against Huntress attacks, which, well, really doesn't do much except slow them down. Archmage going to continue to fight back around. Does have a potion of greater healing, so isn't really in danger as of yet, as the headhunters are now filing in behind and getting in a bit of support as well. Treants are going to get focused down here. Archmage continuing the battle. Farseer having quite a bit more mana, as the Archmage able to get in a little bit of help here. All right, trying to put in pressure is the Farseer. There's a Chain Lightning, low hit point Footman down to 34 hit points. 1 or 2 more shots, as the Goblin Zeppelin could try and pick up some more units. They're going to go ahead and unload them as well. Farseer needs 1 or 2 more shots onto that low hit point Footman. Footman going to try and escape away inside the base, as we see the tech to tier 3 already begin. Archmage going to go ahead and use that Scroll of Regeneration, as the Farseer does not want to chase inside just quite yet. Keeper of the Grove here. Headhunters with a bit of range going to continue to fight. Footmen with defend. However, their hit points are just a bit too low to really venture forth here. Scroll of Regeneration could be used. There it is. Archmage now coming back across, and a round of Headhunters ready to go for an engagement. Mountain King going to go ahead and get trained up here, as we see a quick Stormbolt onto one suspecting Headhunter, and the Headhunter will get taken down with relative ease. All right, Huntress is now trying to engage back here. Archmage doesn't have that many Footmen to try and support. Mountain King going to go ahead and land another Stormbolt there. Water Elementals trying to rack up damage and pushing back the other way, making that a little bit of a better trade as the Archmage gets up to level 4. Level 4 Archmage, level 3 Farseer, both sides fighting their way through. Headhunters should be going after the Huntresses. However, rather afraid of the Mountain King's Stormbolt and those Footmen who have defend. Headhunters join after the Huntresses. Still more Huntresses are getting taken down. Footmen still leading and diving on into this little bit of a strange scenario, as the Water Elementals are unable to really rack up that much damage either. All right, Mountain King starting to absorb a lot more damage than I would have suspected, down to 78 hit points. He's able to back away, and more Huntresses are getting taken down. Panda now back out. Breath of Fire across multiple units here, as we're looking at the Keeper of the Grove and SoKeR with the Breath of Fire, able to rack up and start chipping away at those Headhunters once more. Farseer continuing to engage. Stormbolt coming back the other way. Valdis going to lose that Mountain King. Level 4 now on the Farseer, opening up level 2 Chain Lightning as well, if the units start to, well, drop in hit points and you're just trying to rack up all of that damage. Archmage now trying to get back away. Keeper of the Grove could be in trouble, trying to head back free. Does have a Scroll of Town Portal. Mountain King constantly getting in harm's way, and there again comes the Stormbolt. Chain Lightning finishes it off. Stormbolt stun, unable to use the Scroll of Town Portal, and then lining up the Chain Lightning right behind it to get the job done there. Mountain King continuing to fight. Low hit point Footman. Mountain King could end up getting taken down. Potion of Greater Healing was unable to be transferred back over, as more units are falling back and forth here. Triple Water Elementals. One of them has to be in a puddle here in just a moment, and there it goes, getting taken down. A couple of low hit point Spirit Wolves could accidentally just feed more and more experience, as well as we see some critical strikes going down. Another Water Elemental taken down. Mountain King now back out onto the battlefield. He has a Sobi Mask, has plenty of mana, or will have plenty of mana here in just a moment, as the Water Elementals are still looking to engage. Knights coming back out out onto the battlefield. We are getting animal war training as well, 50 over 66 supply, staying in low upkeep as the Paladin now joining in on the battle. Brewmaster has fallen at level 1. Keeper of the Grove is still out for the count, and things are just going from bad to worse. Bears are now trying to make their way out onto the battlefield as we are at, well, should be at tier 3, trying to get mastery training on these Druids of the Claw. Good to see everyone. Thank you for tuning in as we see a couple of headhunters venturing about a bit too far. Bear now out here onto the battlefield. Mountain King trying to finish off that last headhunter. Knight should be able to chase down that unit pretty easily. No charge right there. And I really think if Knights had that charge ability similar to Zealots, being able to close in on that distance, that would make the Zealots or make them just that much stronger. Meanwhile, we are looking at a Knight trying to dive in after a Farseer. Farseer actually having a bit of a difficult time. A little bit of damage there. Farseer ends up surviving as the Priest was able to provide plenty of healing support. All right, coming back around, what is going on next as the Mountain King able to finish off an Archer in the middle portion of the map. Archmage sitting at level 4, nearing level 5, and extremely low on hit points, actually taking a whack from an Ancient of Wind. All right, Tauren Chieftain out here onto the battlefield as well. Gonna go ahead and clean things up the remainder of this creep camp here. The colors are wrong. If you guys did not notice, my apologies. Please, no buff to human. Human needs no buff except when going up against undead, right? Anyways, Knights, Mortar Teams, Priests now working together here. Paladin wants to get up to level 2 if possible. Archmage already sitting at level 4, and well, no Orb of Fire anywhere. Mountain King, Manual of Health being left behind. I guess no one wants permanent extra 50 hit points. Why would you ever need that? How fast would you get bored if Blizz never patched again? It would depend on the matchmakers, I think. If the map makers, if the map makers can make interesting games and get it to a point where, similar in Brood War, where there is actually certain maps favor certain play styles, then I think there's just a lot to still be done there. And you're right, the map making community just doesn't get enough love. And as anyone who's ever tried to design a good Warcraft 3 map or any real-time strategy game map, it is very, very difficult to design one well. Archmage purposely backing up here. We're looking at some red creep camps getting cleared up all across the map. Red doing a great job clearing up some difficult red creep camps here. And we'll see what levels are going to be coming out from here in just a moment. Mountain King will get up to level 3. Paladin will just be shy of level 3, I believe. Yeah, I agree. 2012 was bad because both maps and meta were stale. Yep, that was definitely the case. Mortar Teams purposely backing off. Level 3 now on that Mountain King. Endurance Aura also. So some big items right there as the Archmage and Paladins will still just trying to wander around. Off to the north here, Tauren Chieftain Farseer may accidentally run into, well, the human army here, and this could be a potentially very, very bad situation if it is a creepjack scenario, and it is. Units are trying to head back. Mountain King, well, is he going to try to land a Stormbolt? No Stormbolt. Unholy Aura on the Tauren Chieftain, coupled with the movement speed aura. That is going to be very, very fast as the Archmage tries to get away. Quick Scroll of Town Portal to head back. Quick Stomp. Chain Lightning is going to finish off, yes, one mortar before it is able to head, be able to take that ticket home. Archmage, Mountain King, and Paladin, well, once more staying together here. Null Overseer, Creep Camp going to get taken down. Paladin now sitting at level 2 here. Mountain King, is it going to get to level 3? No, it is going to be just shy. Tome of Agility being left behind because, well, who really needs it? We do see an Orb of Fire on Atheist's Archmage, and that is going to greatly reduce the amount of healing done. Also a bit of bonus damage, upwards of 50 damage from that Archmage auto attack just at level 4. All right, expansion down over here at the 4 o'clock location, also getting cleared up. Panda and Keeper of the Grove double level up to level 4 as well, as we're seeing this Druid of the Claw perhaps needs to transform back into Druid form and heal back up. Keeper of the Grove getting in a little bit of bonus damage and getting some bonus mana as well. All right, come on, Druid of the Clock. Transform, or do you like being at 66 hit points? All right, he likes being at 66 hit points. Coming back through, Tauren Chieftain Knights with Inner Fire getting ready to engage. Devotion Aura. These knights have a large amount of armor indeed, ready to put in quite a bit of pressure, as well as we are going to be diving on in here in just a moment. No Blizzard, I don't believe. Still using water elementals at this point in stage in the game. Paladin not close to level 3 at all, as the mortar teams are going to be able to freely attack this position. All right, are we going to get in a little bit of a flank? There's some Dryads coming in from the side here. Where is the Night Elf army? Why aren't they engaging here to try and support? Keeper of the Grove finally launches a Scroll of Town portal as we are getting into an engagement here. All right, some Dryads going to get finished off, and now gets level 3 on that mountain team, getting ready for an engagement. Chain Lightning bouncing around, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. Units are all out of position. Taurens trying to land down a stomp. More Chain Light or Chimeras now coming in from the top, able to get in big damage onto that front line of Taurens as well. Berserkers are trying to attack back here, trying to focus down those Chimeras before the Chimeras can focus down all of the Taurens, but the Taurens are just melting at this hand here as the mortar teams are able to get in a couple of big volleys. Farseer continuing to fight Tauren Chieftain with a big stomp right in the center here, as the Panda may try to get off another Breath of Fire to finish off more of these units, but this has just been a really initial fight, as red is just absolutely destroying all of teal here. Paladin gonna get taken down. Paladin finally gets taken down. Breath of Fire trying to finish things off here as the units are still engaging. Level 3 Tauren Chieftain, level 2 Paladin getting taken out, and now a level 5 Archmage being forced to Scroll of Town portal back away. And what is happening here? A bunch of low hit point Druids of the Claw could just transform back into their druid form, heal back up, but what a complete surprise. Night Elf having the handful of Chimeras ready for that engagement to take down so many of those Taurens. Meat wagons, or excuse me, not siege engines in the back here trying to cause a bit of disruption. Blacksmith could end up getting taken down, and it ends up getting the final shot off on the Blacksmith before the siege engine gets picked up and leaves. All right. Big damage here. Meanwhile, Goblin Shredder needs to join in on the fight here. I guess one Murloc creep camp was not finished up. Little bit of repairs could get underway here as we're looking at the human army now making its way over. Endurance Aura allowing the Archmage to make a quick maneuver here. Archmage going to try and engage. There is a Zoblin Zeppelin, however, not going to drop that siege engine just quite yet. Dire or Shadow Wolves making their way back off to the north. A couple of dead peasants here already. They're going to get finished off quite easily, as we're still looking at these Murlocs attempting to take down this arcane tower and this, do a little bit of the dirty work for the red team. Archmage now making its way over. Paladin and Panda, Unholy Aura moving out across the map. Also Vampiric Aura, Scourge Bone Chimes. That is some big damage mitigation for not only the bears, but also the frontline knights as well. This is going to have been a complete turnaround here, but still remember, Teal does have the larger army at this point, or larger economy at this point in stage in the game, as there is only 2 bases for red compared to 3 for Teal, and they are still mining pretty regularly. All right, coming back around, couple of level ups there. Level 5 now on the Brewmaster. Level 3 Breath of Fire could spell certain doom as we are ready to push on in. Chimeras do have that longer range siege attack as well, trying to take down some of these things as there goes the Goblin Shredding Machine pretty quickly. More damage still getting pushed on through. Barracks could get taken down, and Hippogriffs are now joining in on the battle, and in comes the Teal army from the side. How much damage can really be done here? More pressure being brought back over. Treants are now joining in on the battle. Arcane Tower trying to fight back against all of these units here, as the army now off to the side here trying to put in pressure. All right, Flying Machine's going to try and engage here. Archmage is here. Are we going to see a bit of engagement? We have Inner Fire on these Chimeras with a little bit of bonus armor. 9 armor on those Chimeras. Flying Machine's trying to get in a little bit of damage as we see a giant stomp come in on the red army. All right, Archmage continuing to battle it up, dropping in some water elementals. Flying Machines diving in on all of those Chimeras as the Chimeras trying to back away. Breath of Fire hits many of the Flying Machines, already down to 40 hit points as the Hippogriffs trying to continue to finish it off here. All right, Chimeras are getting picked apart here left and right. Tauren Chieftain throws in another stomp here. We could get another Breath of Fire to finish off more Flying Machines, and we do have exactly that. All right, so Flying Machines getting countered by the Brewmaster here, as we're still looking at more engagement getting underway, trying to attack inside the main Teal base. Not working out well, but The main hall was taken down as well. No scroll of Town Portal possible. It is now 2 bases to 2 bases as the Panda continuing to fight. More Breath of Fire coming back across. Plenty of stuns going around as well, as not many heroes have been taken down. Well, take it back. Level 4 Mountain King quickly taken down. Chimera's trying to continue to fight. Paladin also fallen at level 3. There goes a Chimera as the Farseer now up to level 6. Staff of Sanctuary saving the hero there as the Keeper of the Grove and the Archmage teleport back out. 37 over 66 supply for the Teal Human, 49 over 71, going up against 37 over 70 SoKeR, and then 47 over 78. What is going on here with only 2 minutes of mining left in the main bases? The expansion, and this last expansion will be able to provide a bit more gold, but we may be getting into an end game scenario. All right, Teal using those Staff of Sanctuaries pretty regularly to try and heal up all of these units. Knight should be ready to go, join back in on a battle heal. Archmage is here, ready once more. Mountain Paladin able to stay alive. Mountain King getting resurrected again. More flares just trying to light up the skies and see what is happening here in the long term. All right, new base trying to be built off here. That is awfully close to your opponent. But if you can hold on to that, that is going to be, well, the saving scenario. We see an expansion trying to be placed down by the Night Elf here out the opposite side, as well as the Mortar team could get cleaned up by these Shadow Wolves. Coming back around, level 6 on the Farseer. Mountain King still looking to get resurrected here. Should be able to join back in on the fight in just a moment, sitting at 66 over 78 supply. Night Elf sitting at 50 over 70. More Chimeras getting joined back in on the fight as well. This is going to be a very, very massive fight, as the Chimeras should be able to get some decent amount of armor with the help of Devotion Aura and that Inner Fire. All right, timing is going to be key here. Treants coming across to try and check out this location. A lot of Treants trying to make their way over. Going to spot it out, but not really be able to deal that much damage as their timed life is coming to an end. All right, they're all taken down here. Meanwhile, in the center portion, Paladin, Mountain King trying to get any bit of gold and experience that they can from the last few remaining creeps. Watchtowers now being built off to the side here. Treant should be able to take that down without it actually being finished constructed at all. Peons now making their way over, as well as only a handful of places have any more gold. All right, this night, Salix forgets that there is a knight back at this base. That would be a very, very dire situation indeed. And every unit matters so much, especially those frontline units right there. We'll see if Salix remembers that there is a knight in that position. Peon's going to get cleaned up here as the Tree of Life now entangling that gold mine. No one really wants to commit to a fight just quite yet. If you take the wrong step there, you could end up losing, as the Archmage has plus 20 or has plus 22 damage when it is next to, well, if it has Inner Fire and next to that Kodo Beast, and really racking up a bit more damage as well. All right, Sorceress's Priest getting caught out in open field. One Stormbolt goes down. Flare there, trying to go after the remainder of those units. Mountain King could throw down another Stormbolt, and every easy kill is pretty much a gift there as the armies are about to ready to engage. Down to that south, I'm keeping track of that knight. Losing that knight is absolutely huge, as a couple of Ancients of War are trying to protect this entangled gold mine off here. All right, we do see some mining off to the north here. This expansion is done being mined out as well, so it's one base to one base as the Ancient of War trying to hide off into that corner. Knights trying to lead the charge. 15, almost 16 armor on those knights, getting into position once more, and these are only 1/1 upgraded knights. Water Elementals continuing to fire. More Flare trying to launch back up. Continuing to fight here. All right, Farseer, Tauren Chieftain wants to get off that initial stomp once more. Our Headhunter, or Berserker, is trying to launch off to the side here. What is going down? Kodobi is going to try and engage, and here we are ready for this big battle. Red getting into position once again. All right, in comes the fight here. Chimera trying to get into position. Fly Machine's trying to flank back over as we see a little bit of damage coming across here. Tauren Chieftain did have invisibility as the Chimeras are now looking to retreat back. Fly Machines, are they going to try to engage? But the Panda is right there in position to try and launch a Breath of Fire, but quickly gets Stormbolted there. More damage coming back on through. The Chimera did absorb quite a bit of damage as we're seeing the Knight trying to absorb back and forth. Stuns across the center line. Chain Lightning trying to bounce around as well as the Panda trying to get in good Drunken Haze Breath of Fire across multiple units. Chimeras are actually getting melted out of the sky. I think that was the Staff of Sanctuary trying to save a couple, but another Chimera going to get saved right there as well. More damage getting dive bombed here as the flying machines now have no targets to try and attack and hit. Mountain King getting up to level 5, going to get up to level 3 Stormbolt or level 2 or level 3 Clap. Not quite sure what his ability is going to be. Level 3 Stormbolt as the Archmage quickly gets, well, backed up into position as well. Archmage continuing to fight. Panda continuing to fight here. Archmage trying to get healed back up. Breath of Fire coming back across in the center portion as the Panda could be in trouble. He's trying to retreat back. Paladin continuing to fight back as well. Paladin trying to retreat back here as the Mountain King trying to retreat. Is he going to be able to be saved? Low on hit points, and he gets taken down, giving level 5 to the other Mountain King. Mountain King up to level 5. Level 2 Stormbolt or level 3 Stormbolt could be in order. Units are still trying to retreat back. No Staff of Sanctuaries or Preservations there as the units are still trying to fall back here. Knights trying to get in front of those targets. Holy Light trying to save some of those targets as well, trying to cause a little bit of pathing onto the Brewmaster. Brewmaster gets saved as well as the units are now looking to retreat back. Stormbolt, but a Scroll of Town Portal used in time to shake off the stun. Coming back through, Farseer, Tauren Chieftain, Archmage ready to dive on in. This is level 2 Brilliance Aura, so we could have mass teleport here as we are at the level 6 ultimate ability. So far, 34 supply for the Night Elf army. That surprise of the Chimeras was quickly countered, and now it is looking as though Valdis, Atheist, and FpXy are doing a great job. They're going to try and stop the mining that is happening over here at SoKeR's Night Elf expansion. Meanwhile, this expansion here now taking to tier 2 as he wants to be able to train up some additional knights or perhaps just the Spellbreakers as well. All right, making their ways back around. A Tree of Life absorbing quite a bit of damage. Well, Priests now trying to make their way back as well. Flying Machines overhead, decent damage. And this expansion will end up getting taken down, but the Knights are now coming in from behind, perhaps trying to put in a little bit of pressure. We can see that the Kodo Beast is also digesting a Knight right here. Little bit of repairs are in order, but there is just too much of an army here by Teal without the heroes to support. In comes the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain lands down a stomp to try